Hi there, I'm Luma. How are you all doing? Lots going on, eh? A lot is going on right now. So, I want to give you a couple of big picture insights of things that I've been noticing and tuning with, and also some insights for being your human self here on the ground with everything that's going on right now. Okay, so starting with big energetic overview picture. There are epic levels of light, legions of light that have hit the ground here on Earth, okay? So, what does that mean? Higher frequencies of light, higher beings of light walking around, moving around, doing a big cleanup, touching into a lot of deep, dark, entrenched places here on the planet. And lifting it up and out. So a lot of heavy duty, deep, old clearing going on multiple levels happening in front of our eyes in world chaotic experiences. A lot of stuff, right? Things going on behind the scenes that we are not aware of, that we're not seeing yet. But those of us, who are sensitive and seers, there's a heck of a lot going on behind the scenes, and it's just a matter of time until that starts to be seen and coming into our everyday perception here. Okay, so what are we experiencing here on the ground when those high frequencies of light come in and hit those dark places in ourselves? That's going to stir up a lot of old hurt, a lot of old anger, and it can come up like spinning crazy vortexes and tornadoes of a lot of really old hurt feelings that we've just lived with for a long time. So what I've noticed in myself, when those got hit, actually, I woke up the other day swearing. I actually woke up swearing. I was so angry, so pissed off at life, so very angry. So if you're feeling that, my advice to you is go with the anger and let it move through your system. Do not project it at your friends, your loved ones, your coworkers. Let it move through you in whatever way you can, whether you can get in your car and drive and play really loud music and scream, yell into a pillow or pound on a pillow, or move your body very vigorously with exercise. Let it move through your system. It's really important right now. This light's coming in and it's touching places of us that have been, let me just say it this way, seriously fucked over. Okay. Yeah. Places of violation, abuse, drudgery, that we've just put up with, all the hard work we do to try to make things better, to try to fix things, to try to caretake, to try to hold things together. And we're just freaking tired. We're just tired of it. If you're got to that place where I've just had enough, no more. Yeah. The anger is really important to let it move through. What does it do? It helps us alchemize, transmute, and move through these layers that have just been sitting in us, that have been suppressed, right? Anyway, we're supposed to just kind of suck it up and take it. Oh, that's okay. I can get by with less. Or, yeah, sure, you can keep abusing me and violating me because I don't seem to have any other option. All those like ways we have to just numb out, all those places. Yeah. Politely smiling, spiritual bypassing, or spiritual platitudes. Oh, it's just going to get better. Let's get real here about the next level after and underneath the anger, which is the real hurt. Real hurt. Things really, really hurt. And we haven't been able to maybe feel those hurts because it was just too much. We had to numb down. We had to freeze it. We had to distract, get too busy, whatever it was. There was no place to feel. Yeah. So higher frequencies of light, legions of light here, saying, hey, humans, I always say this, your superpower is feeling. Yep. So whatever is thawing out in you and you're feeling things that you couldn't feel in the past, things that maybe your ancestors went through that you are feeling. So there's like deep layers of ancestral clearing going on here on the planet right now, deep layers of human history clearing out. And rather than projecting it out, into war and conflict, for example, how can we transmute that within ourselves as individuals here to take care of what it is that's coming up in us and not get spun out into these tornadoes and pointing the finger and blaming here, there, it must be that person did that to me. Maybe that's true, and let that anger spin through you and let you bring up those deeper levels of hurt. So the movements I've been going through this past week, having a rant fest. So if you got a friend or a buddy that you can just rant and swear your head off with, just let like unedited, all the things that you've put up with that really piss you off, all the hard work you've done and nothing seems to be changing, that level of frustration, the bitterness, the anger, rant it out, have a good old rant. Really, it's just needed, and then if that clears through, the next movement that I found in myself this week was crying my eyeballs out, just like sobbing and sobbing and sobbing and hitting levels of grief that are enormous, that I couldn't even make sense of what that grief is in a personal way. There's big levels of collective grief that are being very activated right now. Very, very intense. So if you're in that response, allowing those tears to come, get in the shower and just let the water run over you and let the tears flow, or however that you can do that, there's nothing wrong with that, and you don't even have to know why. It's just, we're just all feeling stuff. Okay, we all of us are. And I've been so in my stuff, still pretty much in it, but maybe able to make this video for you today. Because I realized that, I'm not the only person on this planet feeling all of this. Pretty much everybody is in some way and is being activated in different levels of themselves, or different areas of life, So wherever those wounded places are in your life, those old wounds, those of you that have been doing your work for years, those wounds. And here they are again. And it's like, oh my God, not this again, not this again. I went there this week. I really did. Like, I've had enough. How much more healing do I have to do? So let yourself feel that too, if that's where you're at. Okay. So these tumultuous energies, it's kind of like the cosmic vacuum. The cosmic vacuum cleaner is here. So, whatever needs to get vacuumed out, just step out of the way and let it go. What else? Burning, combustion. I posted up a little video the other day on my Telegram channel. I was watching the wood smoke from my wood stove come down over the beach there. And it was just like a giant, at first I'm watching a big smudge, and I'm watching like old stuff that's burning off, and there's just the smoke, and it was drifting toward the rising sun. The smoke was drifting toward the sun, So a lot of stuff is burning out, burning down, getting combusted, going to space dust, and it's all going back to source one way or the other. So there's things that you just need to let go of. And that can be parts of yourself, that feel like they're dying off. People in your life that are dying, it's a lot, sure is. So what else? What else? In the midst of all the tornadoes and the turbulence and the healings and the clearings and the feeling stuff you really don't want to feel, right? I'm also been noticing there's this kind of in-between space of being like almost like stuck in a threshold, like stuck in a doorway between two rooms, you know? Like I walked out of one room and I'm in the threshold and I can see there's something good on the other side, but it's kind of like this in-between threshold space. There's a lot of clearing and preparation happening in order to be able to take the next step forward into the next room, into the next level of experience. So if you're feeling that, oh my God, I'm just kind of stuck and don't really feel like doing anything, the way I'm understanding this is that we're in that threshold zone. We're in the in-between space. And I think of this as a rehabilitation platform where we just got to slow down at times, keep your schedule as lean and simple as you possibly can right now through to the end of the year. I know it's holiday time, you know, big holiday time in the US right now. You know, here in Canada, luckily we did our Thanksgiving back in October. I don't know how you folks in the US do Thanksgiving and then Christmas. Crazy times, man. Anyhow, yeah, going into holiday season, there can be all this busyness, pressure to do a whole bunch of stuff. Keep it as simple and lean as you possibly can. Keep those celebrations super simple. You know, say no to sort of, you know, those kind of obligations that you got to see all these people over the holidays, maybe family members, friends. You know, if you can just say not this year, you know, if you need to, make other arrangements, do things that are more restorative, restful, you know, lay on the couch and read a book, whatever it's good for you, you know. So keeping things simple, back to this threshold zone of these like I call it again like restoration, rehabilitation, in between spaces. You know, we're in this liminal space, old world, old matrix, crumbling, falling apart. We're unplugging, feeling old wounds. We need kind of this space to recalibrate, yeah, to relocate ourselves. Like we just stepped out of the war zone and we got to clear and clean and restore and replenish. So if that's helpful to think of yourself as being in this in-between threshold space, yeah, that's preparing you to step forward into some new experiences in the coming year in 2024. Lots of new experiences ahead. We know, we can feel it, you know? And change just seems too damn slow a lot of the time, right? So we got to acknowledge the frustration, yeah, the hurts, the liminal space, the exhaustion, the fatigue. There's another layer, right? Light frequencies come as like, oh my God, I'm so goddamn tired. You know, walking through life at the speed of drudgery, heaviness, one thing after another, after another, after another, knocking me down, and I got to keep getting up and going, and I'm so damn tired, yeah. So again, looking ahead to this season of December up here in the Northern Hemisphere, you know, it gets dark at 4 o'clock here. So time to slow down and, you know, take that time to rest. Say no to all the busyness this time of year if you need to. Yeah, choose, be discerning in your commitments. You know, pop up, have some nice times, some nourishing times. Yeah, with people who you really do care about and they're easy to be with. Yeah, take extra naps. That's my goal for December. Extra naps. That's gonna be my big accomplishment. Yeah, keep it that easy. Really, really do. And for, you know, as we're preparing to step into some new experiences, there's a lot of tender feelings, and it's important to create sheltering places for those tender new shoots that are starting to come up in us. Yeah. places that we haven't been able to acknowledge. Yeah, our little orphan selves that have been left out in the cold that we're starting to welcome home. Yeah, they need the gentle touch. Those parts that need shelter, sheltering space, protection from the turbulence, protection from the storms and the chaos and the conflict. So make sure that you're fierce in protecting the tender places within yourself. Yeah. And to bring those into those rehabilitation chambers. I like to use my vivid imagination and imagine I'm lying on some beautiful crystal bed with angelic music, and there's teams of light that are doing etheric surgery on me to clean out everything and get me reorganized and recalibrated so I can get up, and rather than going back into the old stuff, get up feeling refreshed and walk into 2024 in a new way. Yeah. So hopefully some of these insights are going to be helpful for you. Keep going, and I'll see you again soon next time.